I hate to break it to you, but the reason why those influencers are not talking about the election, it's because they voted for Trump.
No.
Hate to break it.
No. And we could never listen to music or watch a movie from somebody who voted for Trump.
And then I think about it, and it's because I'm not white.
How do I say this? You are? Hey guys, it's Angela, and in this video, we're gonna be talking about how celebrities' silence is triggering liberal women. I originally saw this video topic on Brett Cooper's YouTube channel. If you don't know who she is one of the bravest and most successful political commentators of all time, and I just thought that it would be so much fun to do my own commentary on this topic. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, and I want to start by showing you Tana claiming that Donald Trump's party was going to pay her money.
I hypothetically was just offered a lot of money to endorse a political party, like millions. And then I was being allegedly told an alleged list of other influencers that have already hypothetically accepted money to do those hypothetical things that were hypothetically offered to me to hypothetically do.
I think we can hypothetically assume who those people are.
Okay, so there was a lot of hypotheticals, but it's not one or two.
But it's not one or two.
Well, yeah, it's 12.
No, it's like
I could name them.
hundreds.
Okay, but who was the candidate who is $20 million in debt, who paid Oprah $1 million for her endorsement, and all of the other celebrities like Cardi B, J-Lo, Usher, Eminem, the list goes on and on. While Donald Trump, I heard from Eric Trump, he said that they didn't pay any celebrities for Madison Square Garden or any of them, and that some celebrities even reached out to them asking to be compensated for an endorsement, and they said that we don't do that. So while the person reacting to this video believes that it was about Trump's party, I am not so sure about that, because it doesn't really seem like Tana would be the best face for the Trump campaign. It does seem more in line to somebody who would go on the Call Her Daddy podcast though. But here is a TikTok of a girl replying to everybody being upset about celebrity silence. Friendly reminder, your favorite influencers stay quiet on election day because they know very well if they post who they support, they will lose you. Of course, influencers know that they have the right to remain silent, and anything they do or say can and will be used against them. They don't want to divide their audience, and I personally don't see anything wrong with that. Their customer, their viewer, the person who pays their bills and fancy vacations, if they post their political stance, which is one of the easiest and quickest ways to lose a follower, tread carefully, because some of these people with a very large platform know they will lose a huge audience and brand deals if they tell you they exercise their right to vote. No one is obligated to tell you who they voted for, but at most should encourage you to vote. And if your favorite influencer says they aren't voting or doesn't care about politics, it's time to unfollow. Why do your average women care so much about a celebrity endorsement, especially if it's paid for? And most of the time, celebrities are in movies or just singing songs or reading lines. And so just because we see them often and they feel familiar to us, just because they were in some movies, that doesn't tell us anything about them. And so if the people we are looking up to are people that we know nothing about, to not even assume what their values are or their stance is on some of these major topics, then maybe we should be looking up to different people. Influencers staying silent today. Here's this girl saying, influencers staying silent today.
I've seen a lot of conversation online about female influencers being really quiet today. And the general consensus is, they stand for the other side. There are some influencers that I personally know that I know for a fact voted blue. I don't know if I agree with those posting that we should just write them off, because I think it's really important to remember that as women in this country, we are all mourning in different ways. I've been very vocal today. I've lost a ton of followers. I understand. But I also totally understand people who just don't want to be on their phones, want to take 48 hours to process what's happened, because this This is utterly devastating for a lot of us. And if it's not for you, okay.
What do you guys think? Just because a person has some influence, are they obligated to share who they voted for? Because in my opinion, many celebrities would never share the fact that they voted for Trump. No, because all of a sudden, all of your favorite influencers went silent yesterday and you know it. Of course, in their eyes, it's okay to be a Kamala supporter, but if you voted for Trump, then we must cancel you. Why some influencers are not talking about politics.
I hate to break it to you, but the reason why those influencers are not talking about the election, it's because they voted for Trump.
No.
Hate to break it.
No. And we could never listen to music or watch a movie from somebody who voted for Trump, right? This is the most accepting people of the world who just couldn't stand if somebody had a different view than they. Shame on all the influencers and celebrities, especially women, that stayed quiet during the entire election. Give me a break. Silent influencers, celebrities are actually the loudest.
If you see any influencers posting any of the three, just know they voted for Trump. These include, but are not limited to, number 1, Bible verses, the easiest telltale sign that they voted for them. Number 2, saying something along the lines of, we can agree to disagree and we can still be friends. That's some bull. Lastly, any day in the lives posting their regular content or just staying silent, they know that if they outwardly say who they voted for, it does not align with their core audience.
The election, even for many Kamala supporters, hasn't been this difficult to process for majority of people. If people go on about their normal day-to-day life and go on business as usual, what's so bad about that? Not everybody is having a woke meltdown. Me finding out the influencers who are voting red because they're the ones who are strangely silent and acting like it's a regular day. Oh, how could they move on with their life? They should be posting videos crying right now like the rest of us. Seriously, so ridiculous.
So I've seen a lot of people complaining about how there's a gap with white female content creators that aren't posting about the election results. And it's funny because these are the same content creators that I often look to and I'm like, why am I not growing like that? And then I think about it and it's because I'm not white. I don't fit the mold and that doesn't appeal to the masses. And while that is
So she says that she's not growing as much as white female influencers who are not talking about the election because she's not white. How do I say this? You are. You know that it is possible to be Latina and be white at the same time. Your cheeks are like super pink. Your skin is very fair. I'm sorry, but that is not why you're not growing on social media. It's not because you're not white. First of all, she is beautiful. She's living in a really nice house in the greatest country in the world. And yet she is so angry at influencers for not talking about the election, even if it's something that they have never done before, even if their career has nothing to do with politics. Just like, what does J-Lo and Eminem and Usher and all of them have to do with politics? Absolutely nothing. But hey, they were paid enough money. But why do you want your favorite influencers who weren't paid a dime to post about it? And why is it that so many people are okay with celebrity endorsements, whereas maybe they don't even actually support Kamala Harris? They just got paid enough money to do so. And they definitely cheapened their whole brand. I just found it really interesting that this Latina girl doesn't recognize the fact that she is pretty white. But what does that have to do with anything? This next post says, the influencers who didn't post about the election are Trump supporters. And she replied, are y'all okay? Like, it's so genuinely embarrassing to need influencers who are paid to post outfit of the days to validate your political opinions. Please put your phone down and take a walk. And I agree with that so much, because why is it that we need celebrities to tell us what to wear, tell us how to act, tell us how to dress and what brands to use, if we need influencers to tell us everything like what our values should be during an election, then maybe we should definitely rethink how we can embrace our true identity and actually be ourselves, because identity is the most important thing to people, and they have completely misinterpreted what identity means to a person. Identity is culture, it's your family, it's your values. It's not just your orientation like they try to tell you. It's not just your race. It's about who you are. It's about your character. It's about who you want to be, what drives you, what you like to do, what inspires you. That is your identity. Double check right now that you are subscribed to my channel. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.